I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. We're back again with another Henry rifle, and this is going to be an overview. No, it's not a lever action. Wished it was, because you know I love Henry's lever actions. This is a single shot, something a little bit different. At least for me. I mean, I know a lot of you use single shots, and of course the bolt action single shot, that's what I started with. As you remember way back when we first did the opening of Cedar Oaks, and we're not at Cedar Oaks. In fact, we're at the backyard airgun range right now, but don't need to be out there shooting at the moment because of the fact that we're just doing an overview of this. What it is, it's a model H015-223. 223, so that's going to be shooting 223 ammo, single shot. And I picked this up late yesterday afternoon at my FFL dealer, B&B Hardware in Milan, Illinois. And we were looking at it there, and it is a nice looking gun. We're going to take it out of here. We had to take it out, of course, to get the serial number off it, which you always have to verify when you pick up a gun. You fill out all your FFL paperwork and such and all that sort of junk. And everything's in there, of course. You have your book and that. We're not going to go into all that. You know you get all that stuff. But here it is here. It's a 223-556. It says so right here on the side. And I'll show you the stock over here. Beautiful wood stock. Great. I mean, look at this butt stock. I love this one. I mean, this is really, really a pretty stock on this gun. And it has the checkering. This particular gun come out of the Rice, Wisconsin plant. That's because it's a bigger bore. Now we'll go into some of the other features. First off, while I'm looking at it, right here, as you can see, it's already tapped and drilled so that you can put a scope. I know people are going to say I'm crazy, but you know how I like Skinner peep sights. So I'm going to check with Andy Larson of Skinner Sights and see what they have available for peep sight on this gun. You know, like I said, I know a lot of you said, you going to put that on a 223? You know me. I'd rather shoot that way than scope. Scopes drive me nuts. They're either out of balance or there's something rather wrong with them, it seems like. I know, you can get a very expensive thing and put it on. I'm not going to do that, especially with my budget, and everything is test and evaluation anyway, and I usually go to the wayside afterwards somewhere. Oh, by the way, it's got a very, very nice padded butt back here too to absorb some of the recoil on this. Now let's talk about the, well, right here, since we're in the stock area, it comes with these right here. You've already got your attachments for your sling, and I've got a sling coming. Should be here in a couple of days. I ordered an Allen sling because I really like Allen products. They're made in the USA, and I'm sure that sling is too, because I've got cases. Well, I've got my Henry cases, which this will go into a Henry case when I'm transporting it. That's an Allen case, and they're made in the USA, just like Henry. Made in the USA or not made at all. Now, what about the rest? Okay, front side, you've got a bead right up here, brass bead. This sight right here, you do have a fold down sight here, and it is adjustable. In fact, I'm going to show it to you this way so that you can see how it's adjustable. I'm not going to see the little white diamond. I like white diamonds. I know some people don't. You loosen this and it goes up and down. Right over here you got a screw, and you can adjust this from side to side. So you have windage and elevation on this both, and that's great, you know. And then you fold it up just like that, and now you got your little pop-up sight, and she's ready to go there. Now, as far as barrel length, I know some of you are going to say about that. Okay, the barrel length, and I got to look here, I got some notes so that I don't forget, because I got a lot of guns to keep track of. This is a 22-inch barrel, and the overall is 37.5 inches, the whole overall length of it. So you got a pretty good sized gun here. 22-inch barrel is good to have. I'm one that says Even though, you know, I'm crazy about compacts and carbines and all that sort of stuff, still long barrel to me gives you the best accuracy. And when you're going to be shooting this higher powered stuff like a 223, 5.56, I'd prefer to have a longer barrel. All of these AR things that they've got, AR designs I should say, because they're not all ARs. People just don't seem to remember that the AR, which is Armor Light rifles, that belongs to Colt. They're the only really ARs, but that's another subject. We're talking about this right now. See some other things that are, well, weight. Okay, the weight. Yeah, I was going to get to that next. The weight is 7.18 pounds, so just a little over 7 pounds. Yeah, it is, you know, on the heavy side, but it would be. Now, opening it up, you have this release lever right here. You cannot have this cocked and open this at the same time. And that's really your only safety is right here, is just this, because as long as it's not cocked. Don't put your, and I made this mistake last night. Put my finger in here and cocked this and went to release it and it came back down. If I had had a round in there, it would have went off. That is a no-no. Make sure that that thing is in a safe position, and then when you're going to break it, and I'm going to have a harder time doing it here, you have to push it like this and open it right there. Now, what I've been having problems with is actually getting this open, and you can open it either way. That's so that if you're a left or right handy, if you want to, you know, do it, and then of course you load your round, you bring it up, and it's caught in place. Again, and you can see it's better to have it pointed down. In fact, this thing I've noticed that if you try to do it up here, don't want to do it. If you do it down here, it will open. And that's the best way to do it. Maybe that's another safety feature with this thing. Really, I mean, look at this. Okay, I can't get that open with it pointed up like this. I take it like this, and it's a little stiff. There's no doubt about that. And I'll show you, it will work the other way. There, see? So you can do it either way, this way or this way. And you can see it's stiff. It is definitely stiff. And I don't know if that's something here in the manufacturing on it. We may have found a glitch. I don't know. We're going to find out, because this is really, really new, and that's why I like to always do my overviews right away. And now this gun is totally safe because you're not going to be shooting that thing. And then in order to fire it, if I had a round in there and I was going to shoot, you got your hammer. Bring it all the way down back like this, and then fire it. But when you put this back down, you hang on to that hammer, because that hammer can, I found out, can slip out of your hand. And so you want to make sure that you take care of there. But otherwise, this seems like a pretty nice gun. We're going to be finding out when we do take it to Cedar Oaks, because that's where we're going to fire it. Am I going to have a different sight on it? I'm not sure. Yeah, like I said, it's tapped and drilled. In fact, what is it tapped and drilled for? It's it says it's tapped. Okay, the scope mount type, Weaver 82. That's what they're saying on this. But I have heard that there is a Skinner peep that will go on here, and I'm sure there is. I mean, looking at the holes here, I'm sure Andy's got one that would work on here, and I'm just kind of thinking about that. But here's a nice thing too. This is, like I showed you, a fold down. Alright, no matter what you have on there, you can fold that down and get it out of the way. If you got a red dot, fold it down. If you have a scope on, and I don't know if I put a scope on, I'm not sure I'm going to do this, but I suggest that you get a see-through. In other words, you have your mounts. For those of you who don't know, you guys know, you have your mounts high enough that you can actually look underneath them and still see that sight. But you will not see this sight until you pull that hammer back. Then you will see the sight, because it'll block it. And I'll show you right here. Hopefully you can see this. Probably not. But you can see how that sight would be blocked if your hammer was there. So you're not going to see anything to shoot until you pull that hammer back. But always make sure your target, especially with any gun, I don't care if it's an air gun, make sure your target before you pull that trigger. And keep your finger out of the trigger guard. Keep it on the outside until you're really ready to shoot. I know this is safety, I'm preaching it. You cannot preach gun safety, overdo it. No, you cannot overdo preaching gun safety. I don't care what you think. I know there's guys that say, oh, but no. Because a gun is a gun. When you pull that trigger, round is away. You can't stop it. So, safety first, always. Even in knife throwing and axe throwing, you know what I always say. And so, this is what we've got. We're going to be back with it. We're going to be talking more about it. I think I've told you pretty much everything on it that you would want to know. Yeah, really, it's got everything on it. Single shot. That's all there is to it. So next time we'll probably be shooting this and maybe have it set up with a different sight. I don't know. Before we go, I did forget something. Something that everybody asks about. The MSRP. It's $552. But I've seen them cheaper. They're down in the 400s in places. Anyway, I know you probably, some of you anyway, are asking that. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.